All right, kindergartners, it is Wednesday, and today is the 100th day of school. So today for math, we're going to do some fun activities, and I'm going to be using a timer and helping you at home as you accomplish these activities. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share with you the worksheet that you're going to do, and then we'll go through and get started, okay? All right, kindergartners, so you're going to need this math worksheet. And the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to do the what can I do in 100 seconds. So the first one says, how many times can I write my name in 100 seconds? So right here, you're going to write how many times you think you can write your name. Then we're going to do the activity, and then you'll write how many times you actually wrote your name, okay? So I want you to turn the page to this, and it says, how many times can I write my name in 100 seconds? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say go. When I say go, you're going to start writing your name and try to write it as many times as you can. And when you hear the timer go off, you're going to stop and we're going to see how many times you wrote it, okay? All right, kindergartners, so I have my timer and I'm going to say go, and then we're going to go ahead and you get started writing your name. So are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. All right, kindergartners, I want you to stop and count how many times you wrote your name. And then you're going to go back to this first worksheet and you're going to write how many times you wrote it. So if you wrote your name 10 times, you're going to write a 10 in here, okay? Remember, this is what we did before. How many do you think you can write? Once you have that done, the next one says, how many times do you think you can write the number 8? So how many times do you think you'll be able to write the number 8? Write that number here, and then we're going to go to the page. Looks like this. Okay, it's just a blank page, and all you're going to do is you're going to make the number 8. Make an S and close the gate. That's the way you make an 8. And you're going to make them as many times as you think you can by the time our timer stops, okay? And then we're going to count them. Okie dokie? All right. Okay, kindergartners, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. right, stop. All right, you need to count how many 8s you wrote and then write that right there in that box. All right, the next one says, how many times can you hop on one foot? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna write how many times you think you can hop, and you need to count at home or have a parent help you count. All right, and I'm gonna start my timer again, and then we'll see how many times you actually do it, all right? Okay, kindergartners, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. All right, stop. All right, our next one says, how many squares can you draw? So I have a sheet for this. Schneider's got to get to it. So how many squares can you make? And you're going to go ahead and draw squares, and actually there's some squares that you can see from behind the paper. You could trace those if you want, but I need you to do it when my timer stops. You need to stop making squares. Remember, let's make a prediction. How many do you think you can make before my timer goes off? All right. Okay, kindergartners, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. All right, stop. All right, how many were you able to make? How many squares did you make? Count and then write it right here. All right, our next one says, how many jumping jacks can you do? So right now I want to make a prediction of how many you think you can do. I'm gonna go ahead and start my timer, and you need to have a parent help you count or someone help you count how many times you do a jumping jack, okay? Okay, kindergartners, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. All right, stop. All right, how many jumping jacks did you do? Write it right here. All right, and the last one we're gonna do is I can write to the number blank. All right, so tell me, what number do you think you can write to before 100 seconds is up? Okay, and then there's a page. I have a grid on the very back of my. We're gonna start at the number 1. Start with number 1 and go all the way and see how far you can get in 100 seconds, okay? And then when I push start, you're gonna go ahead and get started writing your numbers, and then at the end, write what number you got to right here, okay? Okie dokie, make sure you go in order, okay? 1 to 100, see how far you can get. Okay, kindergartners, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. All right, stop. All right, kindergartners, this is the last activity we're doing math for 100th day. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your pencil and you're gonna put it in the middle, just like this. And then you're gonna spin that spinner, and whatever it lands on, so for example, if it lands on 2, you're gonna color 2 of the boxes, okay? And you're gonna do it with different colors each time. So for this time, I'm gonna color these 2 the same color. Ms. Schneider's trying to do this one-handed, it's very tricky. It's not the very best coloring Ms. Schneider does, but that's okay. All right, then I'm gonna spin it again, and maybe it lands on the number 6. So then I'm going to count 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to color those a different color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to color all those. So do you see how each time I spin a number, I color all those the same color? Those 6 numbers are going to be all the same color. All right. And then I'm going to spin it again, and maybe I land on the number 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, normally you would spin it with your pencil, but because Miss Sharon only has one hand, I'm holding my phone in one hand. I have to color with one hand, so I can't spin my spinner. There we go. So 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to color all of these this orangey color. All right. And then I'm going to spin again. Okay, maybe I spin and I get 1. I'll pick another color, and then color the next number with that 1 crayon. Okay, and we're going to count at the end to see how many times it took to get there, so I can tell my different rolls by the color. So 1, 2, 3, 4 rolls so far, and I'm at the number 14. So I want to see how many rolls does it take for you to get to 100. Now this might be a little tricky for your brain, so it's important that if you don't understand, you have a parent or whoever's there to help you with your homework, go ahead and help you with this, okay? All right, kindergartners, I hope you have a wonderful 100th day of school. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.